I must have sent you the wrong one. That's fine. I sent you the wrong one because it's supposed to have talking on it. So it's the wrong one. All right, welcome to Cocktails and Conversations. We're just going to give our viewers a few moments to join our live. How you doing today, Miles?
Doing lovely. How about yourself?
I'm doing just fine. Thanks for asking.
Man,
How was your week so far?
the week been going good so far.
That's what's up. And your weekend?
Oh, it's lovely. It's lovely. What did I do this weekend? Oh, I slept all week. Man, you know what? Went partying with you for your birthday. We turned up. For those who missed it, too bad on y'all. I can tell you like that too. Too bad on y'all. It turned out to be real nice.
Yeah, we had a good time. I was telling people, I was like, the party was so lit, they had to call a fire marshal.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah, then I goddamn me. I couldn't even, I slept all day Saturday.
Yeah, you and I think everybody else that left the party Friday night, they had a hard time recovering on Saturday, which was funny to me. I was fine and I had a lot to drink. I stayed up late. But everybody I talked to after the party, they were struggling. I did a photo shoot afterwards, and I told you about Mimi. She was
still hungover.
She was still hungover, but she pulled through. Her shoot turned out amazing. I think that she probably gonna have to start tracking how many drinks she have to know what her limit is.
Yeah, might have to.
Yeah, but we had a good time. I celebrated with my twin. We haven't been able to celebrate our birthday together in a long time because we always end up going different places for our birthday. But this year we had the opportunity to celebrate together, and it was so much fun. Everybody had a good time. It was good energy. So I cannot complain.
Yeah, it was lovely. It was real lovely. So those, like I say, those who missed, man, I don't know what to tell you.
I see Monique say March is not over. You are absolutely right. I am celebrating all month long. I want to do something this weekend, but I have a couple of photo shoots and a couple of clients to do their hair. So it's possible that I might not get out and turn up, but some kind of way I'm going to find a way to celebrate myself and my twin for our birthday month.
That's crazy. But yeah, but now we had good the weekend. So that's what we did this weekend. Then Sunday. I ain't do nothing. I recruited myself. Had to start all over again.
You didn't go to church?
No, I ain't get to make. I got to be there this Sunday though. I ain't make it this Sunday, so I'm down one.
Yeah, I didn't go to church either. But one thing I wanted to share with everybody, especially my viewers out here in Houston, on Saturday, I went out with some of my friends and we went to a spot called Gotti's. It's downtown. It is such a nice vibe. It's a whole vibe by itself. I don't remember the address, but it is downtown. You can Google it. It's GOTTI''S. It's family oriented. I went on Saturday. They have like the little towers. Your sister met us there and they bought like 2 towers. They was trying to get everybody turned up, but my people was like, we still drunk from yesterday. We don't really want to drink the drinks. But the food was so good. I had a burger. The burger was made with jalapeno bread. I don't even eat spicy food, but it wasn't spicy. It was like a little kick to it. The seasoning in that meat patty, I feel like a fat person right now talking about it because it was good. The drinks were good. The food was good. The vibe was good. The DJ is what I love the most about it. The DJ was on fire, like track after track after track. And then the fact that most of the songs that he was putting in there was like songs that you be hearing on TikTok. So you might not know the song, but you know the TikTok dance. So that was cool. So if you guys are looking for a spot to go to, it is a Black-owned business, but it's not your typical Black-owned business. Like the service is wonderful. They make sure that you have what you need. The food is really amazing. They also have hookah. We had hookah there. The hookah was good. I just want y'all to go out and support that business. It's called Gotti's and it's downtown. They also have brunch on Sundays, and brunch is over, I think, I don't know what time brunch is over, but I do know at 4:00 they do open up for the LGBTQ community. And so for those of you guys that, are LGBTQ community, Y'all can go there and you can feel comfortable. You're going to be welcome. They're going to show you so much love, and they're going to feed you, get you drunk, and give you some hookah if you want hookah, if you like hookah. So I just wanted to shout that business out because I had a good time. Actually, I want to shout out the club that we went to for our birthday, which was Royalty Lounge. That was my first time going there. And the environment was really nice outside of the fire, the fire alarm or whatever. But they did let us back in after everyone was safe, like secured or whatever. But if you are looking for like an adult environment to go hang out at or have a party at, they have sections, they have hookah, they have some really good drinks. The drinks were very strong. Did you enjoy your drink?
What?
This dude went and got a bottle and had the bottle girls come over at the end of the club when everybody already drunk and forcing them to take shots. So there was no way that you left my party and you was not tipsy.
Yeah, I don't know. I had too many drinks. I had tons of them. Yeah, it was good though. Every once in a while we will go fishing. Oh, she said.
Yeah, she said y'all go fishing. I haven't been fishing.
I mean, I ain't got no fishing license, but I throw a rod out there. I catch whatever get on there, was it seaweed or eel or whatever. I'm gonna catch and reel it as in.
No, I probably would just be on the boat taking pictures of everything, doing Snapchat, but I'm not really into fishing. I do like fish. I'll eat fish, but I don't find it very interesting, like to actually go fishing. Although I heard that it's very relaxing and you can think a lot and have a good time while you're out there. That's just not
your thing.
Yeah, I don't see the fun.
She girly girl.
I mean, I get outside. I go outside, and I've been camping before. Yeah,
she'll throw it out there, but I mean, she's gonna stay out there and watch that mother.
Yeah, I mean, if I go, I'm probably just going to be supportive of somebody inviting me, and I'm like, okay, I'll try something out, but you ain't gonna hear me say, "Hey, girl, let's go fishing." Yeah. I'll be like, "Well, when you get your fish, bring it here. I'll fry it up, grill it up for you,
right there.
Whatever you want."
Yeah, that's what's up.
All right, well, that was our weekend in a nutshell. What do we have in Hot Topics? Anything trending that you saw?
Yeah, God dang it, Miss Clark.
Miss Clark?
Yeah, was it Katrina, or whatever her name is, Cleandria, whatever your name is, Miss Clark. Her.
Oh, Cleandria.
Okay. Yeah, she I seen she post something. It was a video about a dude said, "Wake up, you independent women," and the woman said what she had to say. And to me it's funny because to me it don't bother me, like this is my thing. That's how I feel about it. I feel that I like an independent woman.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? My reason for I want an independent woman is because simple fact, I know 2 things. If something go wrong, she gonna go handle it. But this is my thing right here where a lot of people get it twisted. You're gonna be independent if you single automatically. That's just in your nature. You got bills to pay. So being independent, I mean, that's cool that you're independent, but at the end of the day, you're giving yourself credit for something that you got to do anyway. And that's what man and female. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You trying to make it seem that's something you got to do. Because if you ain't independent, you don't go do what you got to do. You're gonna have to pay the bills. You're gonna be sitting on the street. Now, don't get me wrong. That's like if you find a broke man and a broke woman, they not independent. They say, no, you're not independent. Because now what you doing? What you independent leeching? You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like that when you say you're independent, I understand that you're saying you can handle your own. You carry your own weight, because you by yourself, which you got to do that. You know what I'm saying? And like you say, you got to take care of some other people's kids and maybe take care of that dude. Well, check what? Well, check paper. I'm not taking care of no other person or no other person's kids. Now, we together as a team. I'm going to bring you, I'm going to love you in as a family, as a team that way. But I'm not going to sit up and say, you don't want to work? No. I carry that weight on my own. You know what I'm saying? That's where I can get up when I want to. I can have less headaches, less stress, and I can just move on through the day. So I don't knock no woman that feels that she's independent. And the reason why you feel that way is because you're handling it all on your own. So when you meet a man, you just letting that man know, okay, I'm paying my own bills. I'm doing this. So what more can you offer me? But give me love. You know what I'm saying? So, so that's how I feel about it. Like, it don't, like when a woman say that, some dudes get offended. It don't bother me It's fun. That's what I like. Because if you ain't independent, I don't even want to fool with you. Matter of fact, I'm not gonna fool with you.
But I think independent women get a bad rep.
Yeah.
The definition of an independent woman, I think, is misunderstood, and that's where a lot of controversy come in.
Yeah.
So I did see the video that you're talking about that Cleandra posted, and I couldn't get past the guy in the chair because I'm not even being petty. Was he in a wheelchair?
I don't know what he was in.
I don't know.
Go back and look. I don't know if he was in a wheelchair or if he was just.
I watched the video and he was like saying something like, okay, y'all independent women, wake up. And that's when the lady came on and was like, oh, we already up. We got our coffee and everything. So he was saying it to be shady by saying y'all independent women get up. But little did he know, independent women, they get up at the crack of dawn because they exactly, they got money to get, they got kids to take care of, they have themselves to take care of,
Well, I feel like some dudes feel like when a woman saying, I'm independent, what can you do? It boils down to if he ain't able to maybe do what she feel that she like. You know what I'm saying? So an independent woman feel like if I'm paying my own bills and I'm still treating myself out to eat at this restaurant, or I'm still treating myself out to do this, if I'm talking to you, can you at least treat me to this and treat me that? Like, man, so if you want to treat me somewhat lesser than where I'm going, why I want to waste my time with you for? Yeah. So dudes get offended by that. But at the end of the day, you got to understand that. That's just like if you meet a woman, if you treat yourself somewhere like certain things, and then she start buying that, you going to accept that? Like, you may say, okay, I understand, but I'm not going to accept that. Hey, woman, look, I like to eat over here. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying we got to go here every day, but if I eat this on a regular, I ain't mind doing this, but don't keep taking me over here. This is what I like over here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think that I can only speak for myself and how I define an independent woman, and the way that I look at it is I would categorize myself as an independent woman because I can stand on my own 2 feet without needing the assistance of anybody else. Now, do I want the assistance of somebody else? I would absolutely love the assistance of somebody else. But as far as like, I can do everything on my own, and what I cannot do for myself, I know how to find a way to get it done. So in a relationship, I don't want to be independent. I want to be able to depend on my man. Like, what is the purpose of having a man if you can't depend on him? Like, I want to know that, yes, I am going to go to work and I'm going to bring money back into this household. But while I'm bringing money into this household, if I lose my job, if I get sick, or if something happens to where I no longer can bring income in the house, I want to know that my man can pick up the slack as well. I want to know that he can take care of me. I don't need a man. That's why I say, I think a lot of people get it confused. Like, they be like, well, you need a man, or, women always talking about they don't need a man. A man should not want a woman to need him. Mm-hmm. You should want a woman to want you, because if she wants you, that means that she really like you. Because if she needs you, that means she just got to have you. It's a big difference there.
Yeah, big time. Other than that.
But anyway, we're going to get off. Well, did you have any other hot topics besides addressing Cleandra's posts?
Damn, I had something on my mind, but it slipped my mind what it was. What it was about. Maybe I'll mix it in the middle if we come across something. Right now, I just can't remember. It was definitely something I was going to address and speak on. But
it'll come to you.
Yeah, it'll come to me. But right now,
it's okay. So, all right. So, thank you guys for joining Cocktails and Conversations. I'm Jamila. This is
your boy Miles.
And our girl Tora is out tonight. She's having a migraine, so y'all keep her in your prayers and just hope that she gets better and those migraines go away. So our topic for tonight, we have a lot of different topics. And the first one we're going to jump into is, do children play a role in destroying a relationship? So you have kids. I have a child. We've been in relationships with children. To our viewers, what do you think about children? Do they destroy relationships? Do they have the power to destroy a relationship? We want to hear from you. Miles, let me get what you think. Do you think that children play a role in destroying relationships?
It's a 50-50 they can, and 50-50 they can't. And I believe that a child could destroy a relationship. And the reason why I say 50-50, because when I say 50-50, I mean the child can destroy it and the parent itself can make it tip, just tip it all the way over. So in other words, kids can manipulate other parents and feel like they will, like a child might come and say, prime example, just say I'm talking to a woman. Mm-hmm. She got kids. Mm-hmm. Okay. And I might do this, say this, and do that to them. And now that lady, I mean, she can go tell it, the kids go tell the mom that, then she'll come to me and say, well, they say do this, and I'm like, what? I ain't say nothing like this, and it can cause confusion. Now y'all getting into it because the kid's saying you just picking on them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you as a person have to know that who your child is, and then that woman got to know who that dude is, just like that man, know who that woman is and who your kids is. Because kids can both play a role into a lot of it. Kids can play two sides of the table.
Yeah. Kids are master manipulators.
Yeah, they'll play two sides of the table, telling you one thing, tell you another thing, say this and say that, and then cause y'all to get into it, or make it seem like, you got a problem with them or this person got a problem with that. But I'm the type of person, I'm going to nip it in the butt before anything. And I'm going to address it in front of the kids, and I'm going to address it to the mom. I'm going to say, look, we together, whatever I have an issue with, I'm going to treat your kids as they was my own. Anything that I tell them or anything that I do to them, I can say it and do it in front of you. Mm-hmm. So I'm telling you now while we standing here, if they get out of line disrespect, this is what I'm going to do. Mm-hmm. If y'all feel like y'all want this way and that way, tell me, let me know, and I can fix that problem. But I'm going to let it be known in front of her. I'm not going to do nothing behind her back. I ain't going to be no sneaky. I ain't going to be trying to, because your kids this, and I'm going to be sneaking, just picking on them for nothing. No, I'm not going to do that. Mm-hmm. But kids can destroy your relationship because they'll play two sides and come say, Daddy, she did this, and she made it. Then you be like, say, man, you mess with my kids, you doing this here? And then I'm like, he keeps saying you doing this? I ain't telling you, and that can cause a problem.
That definitely can cause a problem.
Yeah. So I just feel like dress it right then in front. Mm-hmm. Sit down with the mama, the daddy, whoever, if it's male or female, sit down with them and them kids and address everything that you will do and what you will say and what you will allow and what you're not allowed. And right there in their face, therefore it won't be no surprises. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna pick on you. Like I tell them all the time, when I have my stepkids, I used to tell them all the time, look, I don't care what y'all do. I let y'all have all the fun y'all want, but when I ask you to do something, just do it.
Right, and it shouldn't be hard to do if you already getting to do whatever you want to do.
I don't treat with y'all. I let y'all have y'all fun, do what you want to do. I'm not that person strict on. Just do what I ask you to do.
All right, so pause right there. Let's read some of our comments. I do see that Monique says, yes, that children can play a role in destroying a relationship. She says, it's the adults that allow it. My step were 18, 16, 12, and 10. Me personally, that's a conversation that needs to be held in the beginning. Yep, that's exactly what you said. Mm-hmm. Our discipline might be different. What works for you might not work for me. That part. I agree. That is true. I was in a relationship once before where we both had a child. We both had custody of our children. And I used to whip my son. He didn't whip his son. But of course, he ain't see nothing wrong with me whipping my son. But my issue with that was I'm not going to allow somebody else's child to do something that I don't allow my own child to do. And if my child was to do it and I whip him, that's his consequence. So if your child doing the same thing that my child is doing at the same time, do you honestly think that I'm going to whip my son and not whip your son? So he was like, well, I don't whip my own son and you need to find another way. Well, in that case, now I got to stop whipping my child because I'm not going to whip my child and your child doing the same thing and your child get away with it and mine don't get away with it. So we just gonna have to find some other way of discipline. But the reason that I felt like that child could have played a role in our relationship failing is because his mother, who was the non-custodial parent, used to tell the child, you ain't got to listen to her. She not your mama. You don't have to share your stuff with her son. Your daddy bought you that. Tell his daddy to buy. Like, what adult would tell a child something like that? So the child didn't end the relationship, but if I had been like a person that don't put up with nothing, don't make no exceptions, don't make no compromises, the baby mama was teaching the son to be disrespectful to me, and that could have made me walk away. But luckily I liked the dude way more than enough to stay in that relationship. But that child, it took a long time. But what I realized is it's not the child's fault. The child didn't know any better, and he's only listening to his mom, but his mom wasn't there. And the longer I stayed around and he's seen that everything I had to say and show him came from love, he stopped being disrespectful. But again, I still wasn't finna whip my son when he wasn't gonna get a whipping, and I wasn't finna let somebody make me feel bad for not whipping my child and they didn't whip their own child.
Yeah. Well, I ain't going for it. I don't care. I'm whooping yours. I tell them out top. I whoop mine, yours gonna get it. Out top. It ain't none of that. Now you caught, then like I say, if your kids get out of line, they disrespectful. Like I'm gonna say, look here, man. Go talk to your kids because my disrespectful, I'm not gonna accept it. You know, but I tell you what, they feel like they ground, they disrespect, and they can't pay no bills in here, and I'm here holding these bills down.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put their ass out. I don't care if you their mama or not.
Okay, so let me ask you about this here because I kind of went through that. Now, I believe, and I agree with you and Monique, like she said, when you're in a relationship with somebody and kids are involved, I think that rules should be established in the beginning.
Yeah.
You know, like what's acceptable, what's not acceptable. And children at a certain age, they already know their rules. Yeah. But of course, like we said, kids are manipulators. They masterminds and they try to play people between each other. But when it comes down to putting somebody out, you definitely need to have a conversation with that mom before you even get to that point. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way that a woman or a man should feel like they're going to be in a relationship with somebody that is allowing the child to be disrespectful to them. So I feel like in the beginning, dude, are you saying like the child changed? Because like in the beginning, if the child is already showing me this type of disrespect in the beginning, that's probably going to, make me not want to be in a relationship with that guy.
No. I'm saying is, if they get to the point where they feel like they totally want to get disrespect, and I feel like if I'm holding down, you're not going to disrespect me and then think it's going to be okay. Like I can pop with you steady. I'm saying, look, and I'm like this, I'm the type of person like this. I'll be like, look, I'm not saying that it happened with me. I'm just speaking in general because some folks deal with that. So what I'm the type of person I would do is like, look, I know that's your child. You need to talk to him because I done said something. And I don't know what itch or what he or she feeling that way. But look, if I put my own kids out, I'll put their ass out. And I say, understand that's your child. So if you feel like you don't want to put them out, then I will leave.
Yeah. And then that's how she's allowing that child to ruin their relationship.
So at the end of the day, when their ass is grown and they out of here, there's nobody here but me and you. So, and I'm not saying pick your kid. I tell any woman, always ride with your kids, regardless.
Not regardless.
No, hold on. I'm saying no. Listen what I'm saying. I always ride with your kids regardless of what the situation is, but understand who the person that you choose to be with and know where they at. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that you're not supposed to stand by your kids because some shit, man.
When they right or when they've been wrong.
Yeah. So,
but if you know your child is wrong and they dead wrong, you need to get on that child.
No, it ain't. And you're right about that. And I see that when she say, is it really hard to discipline when they already been molded? Well, first of all, depending on the age they are.
Because they've already been trained. So like she was talking about with her stepchild was 18 and the stepchild was being disrespectful on social media towards her. At 18, 17, 16, 15 years old, those kids know right from wrong. But I do agree with her. Like it's hard to come into somebody's house when their kids are already like older teenagers, because if your discipline style is different or your teaching is different than how they already have things, you either got to come in and sit back and watch how they do and try to work with it, but you can't force how you discipline or how you raise your kids on somebody that's been raised. They have a pattern of how they do things. So that's where more communication needs to come in at, because now you're trying to reprogram these children that have been allowed to do certain things. Like with my son have had bare minimum rules as far as keep your room clean. You go to school, you take the trash out. I don't make him wash dishes because when I used to try to make him wash dishes, it was taking too much energy from me to tell him go back in there and redo it, or to go behind him and redo it. So, to keep myself, in a good place, I'm going to just wash the dishes. Don't worry about it. But that was me.
Yeah.
But that's what worked for me.
Yeah.
Now, to anybody else, they be like, nope, you got a kid in the house. They need to wash the dishes. Well, I've been living with this kid been living with me his whole life. And every time I tell him to wash the dishes, I don't trust how he washed the dishes. And I don't have the energy to go in the kitchen and be like, get all these dishes again. And that don't work for me. That might work for somebody else with their kid, but it don't work for me. So like, you can't come in my house and be like, well, you know what? I don't care what your mom said. Your ass needs to be washing the dishes. Well, now that's going to be a problem because this child hasn't been used to washing the dishes. So now it's like something new again. So you're just reprogramming them. So you either gonna be patient and let the time work itself out while you reprogram them, or you just gonna have to make some exceptions and know that You're coming into a family that already have structure of how they do things, and you either gonna have to work with it and let it grow on you, or you got to be patient and let them adjust to you to change how you want them to change. It don't happen overnight.
Well, this is how I feel about it. When I say no, so if a kid grown and they already big, it's ways you see. Sometimes this is how the game is. When a kid a certain way, I watch and I know who you are. I'm gonna play your game to your way, and I'm gonna use your game towards you to where you're not gonna beat me, you're not gonna win, because I'm gonna play your game to you. So this is how I play the game. So if you got a kid that's already grown, they mold and they feel like they disrespected. First of all, if you're dealing with a man or a woman, and this woman like you and cuff you, and you like,
the child should never be disrespectful.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if the child will be disrespectful towards the parent, to the other
they
parent.
shouldn't be.
And if let's say if I'm the man, I meet this woman, she got a child, her child ground, but he get disrespected to her. If I truly like this woman,
you ain't gonna want to see.
I'm not going for that,
and you shouldn't.
I'm not going for that. And if she feel like, no, don't worry about that. This is how I'm gonna say, well, one, because I know who I am, and I'm not gonna sit here and allow that. I can't come in your household and be with you
and watch your child sit up and watch your child protect you. Because as a man, how you gonna be sitting there and just let it go down?
Because if he feel like he get disrespectful with you, he gonna feel like he gonna get disrespectful with me.
Yeah.
And my tolerance for that is zero.
And if he don't respect his own mama, he damn sure not gonna respect you.
Therefore, I'm not coming to your house. And that same way with a woman. I don't care how much you comfortable to do what this man do for you. If this man got kids, they disrespectful, you say, look, I like you, I love you, but because your child disrespectful, they stand, I can't come over here. So if you want to see me, you have to come to my house, and that's where it's gonna be. And I'm not saying I don't want to be around your kid, but until they learn respect, I don't know if they mama pumping their head up, where they got it from, but I can't deal with it. So
she gonna have to gonna have to understand what's more important. You are being disrespected by her own child.
So he or she gonna have to learn, okay, if I love this woman, I gotta get on my child ass about what you need to be doing and respecting this person as who it is. Because at the end of the day, this is who I love, this is who I want to be with. So you're gonna have to learn it. And then pause, like you say, you take the time and you say you get frustrated because you don't want him to watch this because he's not watching it. So what I do is with the kids, if I tell you take the trash out, you half-ass take trash out. Like you took the trash out, but you didn't put a trash bag in there. But you didn't empty the trash can out the bathrooms or nowhere else. You just set the trash, you just half threw it out there. Okay, cool, no problem. I'm not gonna argue with you, no problem. Clean the dishes. You want to have clean dishes? Cool, no problem. I ain't got no problem with that. Because what I do is you gonna come to me for something, and I'm gonna say, did you clean them dishes good? Yeah, they clean. Well, they not quiet. So if you need to be at work on time, these dishes need to be clean. Oh, you need to go where? Remember I told you to go? Okay, no problem. Let me know when y'all ready. Give me a minute. I'll be ready. I'll be right in the room sitting there chilling. And they be like, we ready to go. Huh? Y'all like I'm
right. So how you want me to do something for you, but you can't do what I asked you to do?
You want me to do something. I'm gonna move on my time. You know what I'm saying? Since you want to play and take your time, I'm gonna move on my time. So we get there and y'all there for 5 minutes, says, oh, it is over. Well, why y'all ain't say nothing then? You know what I'm saying? Like, don't play with me.
So you gonna do tit for tat?
Yeah, that's how I am. Shit, them kids, I don't play with them kids like that. They we ready. I see them many times I had to hear niece tell y'all to get up for school, or your mama tell y'all get up for school, and y'all ain't even must move. Y'all still in the bed like y'all got out there, but I heard y'all all night up moving around.
Shoot, that ain't happening.
But you can't get up. You ain't getting up. Now you sleepy. You don't want to get up. Okay, no problem. So they come to me, and we got the party to go to. Your time. I said, all right, give me a second. It said start at 3. I said, give me. When I walk out the house at 5 o'clock. The party's already over. And then they like, we made. I said, well, shit.
You just matching that energy. You
ain't just matching that energy. Yeah. So the thing about it, like, I'm not gonna argue with no other grown person who got kids. Like, that's something I'm not gonna do, and I'm not gonna start doing it, and I'm not gonna do it. Begin to do it. So anybody who deal with a person, like, love yourself more than you love that person, because at the end of the day, if that person can't control their kids or their kids gotta stay there, you just gotta let that person know, I can't come in your presence no more. Like, I can't be there with these kids being disrespectful, because it's boundaries and rules in my household. And if your kid don't want to listen to my rules, they gotta go. Yeah. And if you feel like you don't want to put my, because they know where to go, I gotta leave. It's just that simple.
I think that that should just be the grounds all the way around the table. Like, I don't think that no parent should have to deal with no disrespect. And these kids, they so entitled these days. They feel like they own something when they don't own anything. And like I tell my son, I don't ask you for much, but the little things that I do ask you for, if that's too much and you can't deal with it, you can find somewhere else to stay.
Yeah. So, because my thing is this here, you can't pay no bills in here, then
you're gonna have to follow rules.
You're gonna follow rules.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm telling you something about life. You're gonna follow rules here, or you're gonna follow them people rules outside this door. And you follow their rules, trust you ain't got no choice but to follow their rules. There ain't no nothing. You're gonna follow their rules by what they say. If they decide to wake you up at 3 a.m, you're gonna get your ass up at 3 a.m, do what they say, and lay back down when they tell you to.
And my thing is, how is it that you can go and do what somebody else tell you to do, but your mama or your daddy, the people that's taking care of you and doing everything for you, you give them a hard time? So hold on, we have some comments. We're gonna go ahead and address. And Latricia, you are so right. He still don't know how to wash dishes to this day, but it's not because he wasn't taught. I taught him. He just half-assed it. So now when he move back out and get his own place, he can keep all the dirty dishes in the sink that he wants, or he can eat off paper plates every day. I don't care. I taught him everything he needs to know, whether he retained it or not. That's on him. So we have Monique. She say, can I ask another question? Yes, ma'am. Please ask your other question. Let's see. When it comes to stepkids, my stepkids made my son feel like crap. At the end of the day, maybe the end of the day, his house. Don't make my son feel uncomfortable in his own home.
The son should be hitting with the uppercut.
The mom is the problem a lot of the times from Belinda, and all y'all have to go. Yeah. Monique was like, all y'all have to go. Yes, I do agree. A lot of times us mothers are the problem. Sometimes it is the dude, like I've been in situations sometimes where I've dated people where it's just been me and my son for a long time, and then a dude come into the picture and he doesn't want to accept the fact that even though I have a son, it's just been me and this boy for the longest. You can't just come in and try to kick that child out. Men need to understand, when you're coming into a relationship with a woman who have kids, you're not just dating that woman once y'all become exclusive. You're going to have to take into consideration that she have kids, and these kids probably have been her life. She's probably done everything with them, because to be honest with you, a lot of times the dad is not in the picture, or the dad is in the picture financially, but he's not in the picture physically, or whatever the case may be. Now, I didn't really have a problem with my son's dad being in the picture physically or anything like that. But speaking on just like in general, a man coming into a relationship with a woman and she have kids, you're going to have to sit back and you need to pay attention to how they do things, because you can find out from the beginning, if you're not just trying to sleep with the woman, you can see how she run her household. You can see how she discipline her kids. You can see if she teaching them anything, or if they just running in and doing whatever, being disrespectful. That should be a red flag for you. When you get with a woman and her kids talking back, they being disrespectful, run. Because guess what? If they doing it to her, they gonna do it to you. And then, like he said, you should always listen to your child. A lot of parents feel like that. They gonna kick you to the curb because they gonna feel like, well, this is my child. I need to take my child's side. But what some parents need to realize, and I have a friend, and this is a true story. I have a friend, been with his wife for a long time. Like, I've been knowing their story for a long time, and the daughter has been disrespectful to her mother the whole time I've been knowing this man. His stepdaughter been disrespectful, and she used to talk back to the mama, but then she want to talk back to him, and he was like, I'm not finna have it. But luckily he loved that woman enough to where he dealt with her and that child. But guess what? The child was disrespectful to him. She started lying on him, saying that he was doing things. Now, as a woman, it's so hard to not believe your child if they say that the man did something to them. But if you know the type of child you have, you know, like, if it's believable or not, especially if there's no proof. But that's a sticky situation for a man. Yeah. Like if one of my brothers is dating a woman who have a child, and that child say that my brother messed with them, but it's cameras in the house and there's no proof that he did it, and she's just a manipulative, evil little girl that's trying to get him in trouble because he made the mama discipline her, and she just mad because now you making my mama punish me when I used to get away with murder. Now I can't get away with murder because you here. Y'all gonna have to pay attention. Y'all men, kids can be so conniving when you dating these women with children. It's so much stuff on the internet. I don't know where these kids is getting it from, but I've seen cases where children will lie. Like, I know a man, rest in peace, he ain't here no more. I remember he was staying with his daughter, and his daughter had some children. The daughter had allowed some company in the house, and she got caught. So when she got caught, she knew she was gonna get in trouble. So she lied and said that her grandfather tried to mess with her so she can get out of trouble. And this man was not that type of guy. And the truth came out, like, he didn't do anything. And my thing is, y'all got cameras all over your house. When did this happen? You know, when they came to my house and he brought her to come get her hair done, and I dropped her off back at home that night. If a man is messing with a child, that child gonna be uncomfortable. That little girl was not uncomfortable. That little girl lied on that man to get out of an ass whipping because she knew that her mom was gonna beat her behind for sneaking a boy in the house. These kids will lie. But then you also got these niggas, they gonna lie too. They do stuff to your kids. They will pick on your kids because they feel like, I'm just speaking from experience right now, they feel like your baby is a mama's boy and he getting away with murder. Oh, your mama ain't beating your ass enough, so I'm gonna say some stuff to get you in trouble because you getting away with too much. If you feel like you got to lie on a child, you do not need to be with that woman.
No, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna tell you in front of him. So that's the problem. You got his titty in your mouth. That's the problem with him right there. You pamper him too much.
We do that. I can own that. I have.
And I'm gonna tell you, but what you need to do is tighten up, because what's gonna happen is ain't no female gonna want you. No female ain't gonna want to be with you. You, mom, it is, mama, and then the mama. Like, it's okay to go to your mom, but you gotta quit. You gotta man up at some point.
Yeah, when they become adults, you know, but when they're kids, allow them to be kids. Allow them to still, you know, be a mama boy. But at the same time, you got to teach them what it is to be a man. I think I saw a post on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, I don't know. But the woman was going off and she was basically saying how she's tired of raising men. She's tired of meeting men that are mama's boys, and you got to do this, do that. And somebody commented like, women don't teach their sons how to love a woman. I can't agree with that, because yes, we teach our children how to love us as the parent, but at the same time, I can speak for myself. I teach my son, like I tell him simple things that you might not even think to teach a boy that's becoming a man. When you're trying to go out on a date with a woman, you better look at that menu at the restaurant that you want to take her to and make sure that you can afford the most expensive meal, because a lot of these girls nowadays, they don't take into consideration that you're a kid. They don't take into consideration that you got a little regular job getting paid minimum wage. They're going to try to bleed your pocket because, oh, he taking me out, I'm going to get the most expensive meal. So as a man, before you, first of all, don't even ask a woman out if you ain't got no money. Second of all, when you take her out on a date, you better open the door. You better take, first, let's start back. You need to take a bath, wash your behind, brush your teeth, put on some cologne, be presentable, care about how you look. Then when you go take this woman out, you make sure you got enough money so that you can pay for the meal, because you're not going to take no woman out and expect her to pay for no meal. That's how I taught mine. Y'all mama could teach y'all whatever, but this is my advice, how I taught mine. When you go on a date, you open the door, you be a gentleman. You don't just take out because you're trying to get some ass, because it don't work like that. You know, you need to try to get to know her as a person. Because kids nowadays, they'll be saying that, oh, this is my friend, this is my friend. And I'm like, well, what's your friend name? They don't know the name. Oh, this your girlfriend, but you don't know what she going to school for, what type of job she want, what type of future she got. So yeah, I do teach my child, or I have taught my child how to treat a woman, so they can be spoiled, but just because you spoil your child don't mean that they're not going to know how to treat a woman.
Before we go on, let me answer your question. So Monique said expert, we ain't answered. We ain't really get
she asked the question?
Yeah, well, we ain't really answered for. So about her kids, if stepkids make a kid feel uncomfortable.
Oh, that was the question?
Yeah, she asked it, but she just said we didn't get, we didn't, we kind of went off to something else. So how I feel about it, you know, it depends on like how many kids. I'm like, I don't know, because sometimes with that situation, like, I don't know what you got, a boy, a girl, you know, I don't know what you have. So just say you have a boy, and the step kids, I don't know, you might have one child, the step kids might be 2 or 3.
She said it was 4, I think.
4 step kids. So you got to look at it. It's 4 of them against 1. You right? So they might feel like he a little smaller than, like he might be bigger than this one, but he might be smaller than these other ones. So they try to intimidate, be like, oh, you know, you're a little old, this, you, that, you know, they try to intimidate me. But you being as a parent, you have to let you know, like, hey, okay, so you got a boy and a girl. Okay, cool. So the thing about it is, with that situation, you got step kids, and they try, a lot of kids sometimes, they always, like, it depends on where they come from. I don't know where they came from. They might be in the mix of, like, you might be trying to raise your child in the suburbs, and they coming up in the,
they some little hood kids. They little hood kids coming to your house.
In and everything go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the thing about it is, with that mentality when in the hood is always people always feel like you got to make your son or your kids tough. Like if they crying, punch them in the chest. You ain't no punk. You ain't gonna stop that. Like that's something I ain't ever did. I don't feel like that's making your child tough. To me, you curing them. That's like you take a puppy and you go to whooping them trying to make a dog. The dog gonna cure up. His tail gonna tuck in his tail. Tuck in. So I feel like the kids, you ain't gotta do that. There's ways you can do a lot of stuff. You don't have to test charge your child or tell her. You know, and you see so many kids that do that. So what I'm saying is, if you got step kids and they teaming up on your child, you teach your child, say, look here, if they messing with you, I don't care who it is, and they keep bothering you and you feel like they can get you, next time they pick up whatever you got, you bust them across their damn head with it.
I knew you was going to say that.
You hit them with it, straight up, and y'all tag team on them. And then at the end of the day, when they come in, they'll be like, what's going on? Say, he keep messing with me. But the thing about it, you address that. You address it to that man, say, hey, look, your kids keep picking on my child. You know, I don't, you know, I'm not.
He gonna defend his
I'm
kids,
cool
and he gonna make it seem like your child being a baby.
I understand it, but at the end of the day, it don't matter. My kids might not be no fighting type kids. You know, they might be book kids. Your kids is fighting kids. They ain't no book kids. You know what I'm saying? So it's vice versa. So they with that old, I'm gonna pick on this person because I can pick on somebody I can maybe be. So with that being said,
you need to be telling the mama.
You need to tell them stop that. So if the mama telling them, yeah, go there, get them kids. Like
they can't come to my house if they're gonna be doing that.
But me personally, I'm not that type of person with your mama. Like, if me and your mama not together, I don't care what your mama doing over there. Long as I let her know, whatever dude you got, y'all cool. Long as he don't touch my child, I ain't got no problem. I don't care what, he can jump on you all day. I ain't got nothing to do with it. Just don't touch mine. You know, I don't go, what your mama doing over there? She better not do, you better not have nobody around. Like, that wasn't me. I
think that's like usually be said when the kids are younger or when the relationship ends.
If they 6 months old, I don't care. I just need to know who this person is. I need to meet this dude. And once I figure out who he is, I don't care what you do because I'm not with you no more. It's not my worries no more. And then I tell them, don't worry about what I got going on. And you better not tell them kids nothing about what your mama, don't come over here with nothing your mama told you. Leave that ratchet shit over there. Don't come up in this household with that shit. And that's what I meant. My rules is my rules. What your mama got, that's over there. Over here is this. Over here, we reading books, watching stories. That's what we're going to do, if that's what we do. I'm just saying, but all that other shit, you leave that over there. When you come up in this house, you get along together. Y'all play together and you get along together. If y'all don't get along together in this house, it's going to be some ass whoopings from everybody. I'm whooping everybody. And if y'all keep picking on them, I'm going to whoop y'all ass because at the end of the day, when y'all get grown, if y'all fuck around, be somewhere in the streets, and y'all get up age, y'all ask somebody to get on y'all ass, and y'all see them, y'all gonna be looking for them to help you. I'm saying, nope, don't y'all help them, let them get their ass tore up. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you tell them kids straight up, and if they keep messing with you, pop them across the head. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it ain't nothing wrong. You got to make these kids sometimes these kids will do it, and then when somebody put something on them, then they realize like,
well, they just bullies. To me, that's what it sounds like. Now, if it was my situation, I have one child and I'm dating somebody, or I'm in a relationship with somebody who have 3 kids and they're coming to my house and they're making my child feel uncomfortable. Soon as I find out about it, I'm probably just going to sit back and watch to make sure that it's not my child just feeling some kind of way because it's somebody else coming into the house. But when I see it for myself, or when he keep complaining too many times that these kids are bullying him, I'm going to go to them and I'm going to jack them up. You know, I'm going to be like, don't touch him. Don't put your hands on him. Don't do this. Don't, like, nobody should be making my child feel uncomfortable. Just like my child should not be making the other kids feel uncomfortable. We're going to be a family and we're going to act like we're a family. We're going to care about each other and love each other. Now, if it's still a problem, the daddy going to have to address it. And if the daddy cannot fix it, I'm going to tell him, your kids can't come to my house no more.
All right. So this thing real quick. I done dealt with that before with the CPS. All right. I dealt with that. But see, the thing about it, people call CPS on y'all day. People sometimes stress and worry themselves about it when something go on. I'm the type of person, I don't stress, I don't worry about it. Because this is the thing about it. Whatever they call CPS on, they have to prove it. So if they saying that they getting neglected, they ain't eating, they ain't doing this here, and they come to your residence and they see your house is clean, you got dishes in your, everything clean, you got food in your house, that's just somebody calling. A real CPS, a lot of CPS workers are young girls. And I done seen it too many times. A lot of them young. So what they do is they come in there. Sometimes I watch them pick on people. Like I watch them. One time I was sitting in court and these girl with this Mexican white girl, whatever, they was talking. And I'm sitting in there and they was the girl got up, walked over there, whispered something to her, Girl broke out crying. Then her friend, how you gonna sell that? So the girl told her, if y'all don't be quiet, you won't ever see your kids. I said, better you than me, because I would have, boy, look at here.
That's what a worker
The
said?
worker told the girl.
Oh, that's some childish.
But I'm looking at like, but when I'm in there, when I had to deal with CPS behind some bull crap. But at the end of the day, I ain't sweating at one time. I guarantee you, by the time I finished with CPS, everybody in CPS, probably in corporate office, knew who I was, because I wasn't playing. It got to the point I even cursed them out and told them, you understand my pain, so I'm telling you how I feel. Every time they came to my house, everybody at the time they sent to my house was young. They were younger than me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, kid, what is y'all doing? But then yet still there'd be a lot of these little young fly girls. They trying to be all fly. So when they see somebody else, they be messing with you.
Mm-hmm.
They'll be real messy with you. But the thing about it is, what I'm saying is, if you know everything in your house in order, you have nothing to worry about.
Don't worry about CPS.
Like, don't have nothing to worry about that. So that way, you ain't got to worry. So if they, whatever the case may be, they can't get on you. What they say, you beat them. It ain't no bruises on them. So if it ain't no bruises on you, can't prove that. What you gonna say? So in that case, if you feel that way, they don't need to be nowhere in your residence, in your prison, in your house, nowhere around you. If the dude feel like he's still gonna bring around, then you have to say, you know what? I'm gonna move around before I really get a case. You know what I'm saying? And before I do that, I will leave and have my peace. And you just gotta tell your kids, you just gotta, just take your kids out and have fun and do what they need to do. So,
right. So we're gonna go to our next topic. The next topic is, when the relationship or marriage fails, why do the adults neglect the children? And I'm gonna give you an example on that one. So let's say you and your husband, y'all were married, y'all had kids, y'all thought y'all was gonna be together forever. Something happened, the relationship is over, and one person gets the child. The person that don't get the child, they move on with their life, they go start a new family, they start doing whatever they do. We don't know what they do. They just not in the picture anymore. Why is it so common? And I'm gonna answer it too, but why do you feel it's so common or so easy for the non-custodial parent to just leave and act like they don't have children? I feel like, and this is just my opinion, remember, we are not licensed professionals, we just speak from experience. I think a lot of times, at least with like some guys that I know, when they neglect the child and don't show up, it's because they don't want to deal with the mama. Some women, and I'm not going to put it on the men, I actually can understand why you have some quote unquote deadbeat daddies. And, me, I've never been in a situation where I felt like I would never be there for my child. But I have seen some men that are good men that be trying to see their child, that pay their child support on time. But because the mama in her feelings and she mad that the daddy done moved on and got with somebody else, and don't let her look better than, the last woman, that seemed like it just make the woman go real crazy. The dad just get to the point where they be like, you know what, every time I want to see my kid, I got to deal with this BS, or she want to do this, she doing that. Y'all know how females can be very dramatic and catty. So I still don't think that it's fair to the child, but I can understand why some men be like, you know what, F her and them kids. I just talk to my child when he get 18 and I explain it to him. And it's sad, but can you imagine that every time you want to see your child, the woman trying to sleep with you when you don't want her, or she throwing bricks to your window, or she coming over and starting to mess with your new girlfriend? Sometimes some drama is just not worth it, and you just have to take that L. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could never see me neglecting my child, but I do understand how it happens. But I just want to know, like, why is it so common, or why do y'all think that it's so easy for the parent to, or even a step parent, like you've been in a relationship with somebody and they have kids, you've raised those kids like they were your own. How is it so easy for y'all, or what are the reasons that y'all go on and just say, act like the kid ain't there or the kid never existed?
So I'm gonna give you my philosophy on that.
You breaking up with the kid and the mama? Or you just breaking up with the mama?
My kids ain't got none of my kids, so why you gonna ride with me regardless?
Well, I'm just saying, you got some men, they break up with the mama and the child.
And what it is, some dudes break out because it's okay. Let me break this down real quick.
Break it down, Kinfolk. Break it down.
So you have man and female, man and woman. Y'all been together for whatever years. Y'all got 2, 3 kids.
Okay.
2 kids. Just say 1 or 2 kids.
Okay.
Kids may be 7, 8.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You've been around that kid, maybe say even 10 years old, 7, 8, 10, 8 and 10. You've been around the kids all that time.
Yes.
Y'all have y'all differences.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all fall apart. Man go off on his own. Kids gonna be at the house. Sometimes women want to hold the kids because they feel like the kids here, I can hold you accountable or help me pay these bills since you want to leave or your mess ups, right? Sometimes I might come to agreement. She might feel like I don't need you to pay these bills. I pay my own bill, but my kids gonna stay there. So the man might go to where he go. So y'all get to agree to understand. He moving his spot. She got hers. So sometimes when then the woman might be like, hey, I got somewhere to go. Man might feel like, no, I got something to do. I can't take him right now. I can't do this. I can't do it because he feel like if them kids there at the house with her, it's gonna keep her from being able to go on dates, be able to do something. But yet and still, he get up, move, and do what he want to do. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes the cold part about it, like me personally, when me and my kids' mom separated, hey, my kids with me every day. Like it didn't matter to me if you want shit. She be like, well, bring them. Like it ain't affecting me on whatever I gotta do. Man, sometimes feel like, man, I gotta feed him, I gotta do this, I gotta work. Like they make excuses, but at the end of the day, because y'all might not be together, he don't want to be around with this child. Like kid using these kids' life now all of a sudden because you ain't with the mama, you that ain't got nothing to do. That's still your part of your seed.
Yeah.
You need to do your part with your child.
Yeah.
And women do it too. Women be like, well, get that shit. I'm gonna leave him here. You made, and they drop him off from the man. And then the man stuck with the kids and she just want to do what she want to do. But at the end of the day, we grown. You know what I'm saying? So it shouldn't even matter. Like, I don't care what you do. I don't want you no more. So you can go mess with who you want to mess with. You know what I'm saying? If you say, hey, the kids want to come over, bring them over here. And if most of us get along with if most people do that up top, a lot of child support won't be on you. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of cats feel like you get child support on, they want to do less. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've heard a lot of men say, you know, well, I ain't even gonna work because all my money going to child support, or they feel like, well, I pay her child support, I shouldn't have to do this and that. She need to use that money for child support. But I never really understood how the child support system worked, because in my mind, I feel like that child is 50% mine, 50% yours. So you might not feel like you need to pay me no money for this child, but at the end of the day, because I have this child that you gave me, because this was your child, you gave him to me because I couldn't get pregnant by myself. So when you give me this child and you decide that you're going to leave this relationship or leave this household, I feel like I wouldn't even have to pay for all these extra groceries if it was just me. I don't even need a second bedroom if it's just me. So I feel like you need to be paying rent for your child to live in my house. You need to give me money to feed him because he greedy, because you greedy. You know what I'm saying? Like my light bill gonna be extra high because your child is here. So either you're gonna make this relationship last and you're gonna sit here and see where your money going, or you're gonna leave and you're gonna help support your child that's living in my house. That's how I feel about it. But some people don't pay hardly no money in child support. Some people pay a lot. I really do believe that it's a lot of women that's getting way more money in child support than what they need. I didn't get a lot of child support and I raised my child just fine. So how you telling me that somebody that's barely getting child support can raise a whole child, but this other woman over here got a child that ain't even as big as mine, getting like $1,000 something when it don't take $1,000 a month to take care of a child?
On her habits. Now she's putting on habits. That's ones you see at every restaurant. Gotta have every this. Gotta go buy that, and that's what do something. No, I don't. I paid. Look here, man. I'm tell you something. That light bill still the same bill as it was when we was at that damn house. You know what I'm saying? That light bill ain't went up no extra high. Because if it went up extra high, you bring another lazy cat in there and they kids in there. That light bill ain't went no high. You know what I'm saying?
That's why the parents need to work it out.
And yeah, so therefore, then on top of that, yeah, he might eat just like I eat. But most times you probably cooking because of me, because I was greedy eating. But now the bill go down, you ain't cooking as much.
But still got to cook for your greedy child,
you still
though.
can cook for him. But at the end of the day, we come together on Sunday. Okay, look, we gonna go our own ways. He come over there for the week, and he bring his ass over here for the week. Yeah. You go over there for a week, then he come over here, and that's once he gets older.
But how common do you hear of joint custody like that? That's really not a common thing. The most common thing is the daddy leave, the mama be with the child, the daddy pay child support. 9 times out of 10, the daddy, if he got a really good job, he's gonna be paying way more than what the mom need. But if the mom and the dad can be cordial and understanding, child support probably would never even come up. Like a lot of women file child support because they ain't got time to keep begging you to give them money to take care of their child. Like me, if I could tell you what my child need and you give it to me, I ain't gonna ask you for no money because you can go get it. Like even with the women, when they get what to do, like, you need to just buy it. You don't need to give her no money. I understand that. You worried about what she's spending the money on. For me, I'm okay with that. If I say my son needs some shoes or he needs a school uniform, you ain't got to give me the money. Save me a trip to go to the store. Go buy it for him.
Yeah. So both of y'all got full custody of your child if both of y'all name on a birth certificate. Now, if your name ain't on a birth certificate, she got full custody of that child.
You got to say what you read because the people on YouTube don't know where you coming from with this.
So what I'm saying is, I was asked who have full custody of a child. So I was just returning and let them know if both y'all name on there, that's a split. It's both of y'all because both y'all name on a birth certificate. Y'all both signed it. Y'all agreed to it. But if her name, at the end of the day, they can look at a child and say, damn, yeah, that's your son or that's your daughter. Y'all look alike. But because your name still ain't on the birth certificate, they want to get run and say, nah, they ain't. That ain't his child.
I think the men, if they don't want to pay child support, just when you leave, take your child with you. Then you ain't got to worry. File child support on the woman. Then
sometimes women don't let a man take their child
because the man probably ain't responsible.
No, not since that. It can go both ways. I feel like she might feel he ain't responsible, and then some women might feel like
I don't want my child around that other man.
Yeah, I don't want to, or that now because she need that money. She figure I put child support because she want the money, so she know if they still under a certain age. I can get money. No, they staying here with me. And now they ain't coming. I ain't coming over here. Hey, man, look, I'm not going to play these games with you.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to come get him. You don't want me to come get my child? No problem. I'm leaving. I'll be back tomorrow.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? So I ain't got that problem. I ain't deal with it. When I did have to deal with it, it wasn't no serious issue like that. I just straight up, I go over there every day, knock on the door. She go to trip. They ain't going with you. Cool. I leave. I come back, knock on the door again. But when she said it, see, the thing about it is whenever she was saying they ain't going, they hear it for their own self. I'm knocking at the door. They look out the blinds. They see me.
So now they gonna be like,
so mama keeping me. So the mama keeping it. So whenever woman say you can't come get your kids, and us as men don't go take the effort to still go over there and try to get them, she can pump them kids up without that. That's sorry. He don't do nothing.
But you know what? That's crazy on the woman part because this is how I look at it. My situation was totally different. Like if I thought that when my son was little, when me and his dad separated, if I felt like his dad was in a position to really take care of my son, I probably would have let him keep him. But I just didn't feel like at that time in our lives that he was the better parent than me. But I did have friends at the time that had baby daddies that had stable households, that had stable jobs and had like a good woman in their life. And he wanted his child, but she didn't want to let him have a child. Let my baby daddy be the type of baby daddy that's in a new relationship and they doing good and he say he want the child. Why would I tell him, well, you can't see your kids? Come get this little sucker, because if you got him now, I can go do what I want to do. I can go hang out with my friends. I can go to brunch. I can go to happy hour. Women really be screwing their own self over. You're going to need a break eventually, but you'd rather sit here with your child just to try to hurt your baby daddy when you can just let the little baby go with the baby daddy and you can go do whatever you want to do. You get your child back during the week.
So Washington said, so I'm not paying no child support if I'm taking care of the babies in my divorce agreed. I guess he agreed to it in the divorce. He said I set it up to where she get the kids for the first half and he get them for the second half. Which that's
that's understandable. But that's not most common.
Yeah, that's not most common.
If y'all could both be civilized,
so they go back. Yeah, they go back to what I'm saying. So like, hey, you want to bring them. So I agree with you on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, I'm gonna pay you son if I'm keeping them. So why should I give you some money for it?
Yeah, but to be honest, most women file child support because one, the baby daddy ain't doing what he's supposed to do, and she don't got time to keep asking him, or he done let another woman come in and take him away from him. Exactly. You ain't doing for your kids, but she see that you doing for these other kids. So, you want to be doing for them little crumb snatchers and you can't take care of your own. I'm file child support.
Yeah, but y'all better leave them women with all them little Happy Meals alone. Robert said, shit don't make no sense. If she filed because she tired of
asking for money.
Now you file child support and you feel like it ain't enough and you still ask, what is the point? You're right. What's the point? Because the thing about it, when you go to child support, they always say y'all go to the agreement room.
Yeah.
Y'all agree to how much money y'all can get down with. Some women, you might say, look here, man, I ain't got one child. You know what I'm saying? She might have had kids before you. I ain't got one child. I'll pay you this here a month. That's it.
Yeah.
Now you make. So when she go to you making, it's gonna be a problem.
Yes, because she's trying to count your pennies.
Now she for to count your bread. So then, like you say, beat the purpose. But women, it's easy for a woman to go get shit quicker than a man can.
All right. So I have another topic for you guys, and this is a good one, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people can relate. The question says, do you expect your ex to continue a relationship with your kids once it's over if they are not the biological parents? And I think we asked that question earlier, you know, like when you break up with a woman or when you break up with a man, do you break up with those kids? Because let's just say you've been in a relationship for 5-6 years with somebody, or even in a relationship for 10 years with somebody. And when you met them, the child might have been a little kid and now they're older. Those kids know you as their dad or they know you as the mom. So when you break up with that woman, do you just be like, okay, I'm moving on? Or do you still continue to have a relationship? Do you allow those kids to call you? Do you text or call and check on those kids that was there? Because those children are going to be affected by you leaving, just like you are affected by leaving that relationship. So I want to know, in your experience, have you been in a long-term relationship with somebody who had kids that were not yours? And when you broke up or when that relationship failed, did you continue to reach out to those children? Did you let them know that you still care about them? That no matter what happens with me and your mom or with me and your dad, I'm still going to be here for you and you can call me? Because in my experiences, a lot of times the men do want to still have a relationship with the child, but when they get in a new relationship, that new woman be in their ear like, that ain't your child. Why you calling him? Why you checking on him? Why you doing this and doing that for him?
Yeah.
Why you worried about it? He's dealing with the child, not with the mom. But most people so busy worried or feel like I can't trust this person, you know, so they think it's something more going on. But you still got to consider those kids are affected by your breakup as well. Your child is affected by the breakup as well.
Yeah. So I feel like this here. There's nothing wrong with it. It just depends on the bond. Sometimes you can rock with these kids and then y'all can separate. They may ride with their mama or they may ride with their daddy. It just depends on how the kids may be. Mm-hmm. Some people, they stay bond with the kids. If you want to stay bond with me, I ain't got no problem, because at the end of the day, I don't have nothing against y'all. Mm-hmm. Me and your mama just ain't work out.
Yeah.
Or me and your daddy just ain't work out. You know, just how the table may be. So with that being said, if y'all got a good bond, there's nothing wrong with you communicating with each other. Mm-hmm. There's nothing wrong with still staying in contact. Now, as far as like on my level, when I was married and when we got divorced, like with them kids, you know what I'm saying? Like I took them places like I do my own kid. Like matter of fact, they went way more places than my own kid. Most time when I tell my kid, well, my son went all the time, but my girls, they man, I gotta do that. It was always Sunday, but they didn't go. So, but the thing about it is, I took them so many places. Like really, the places we went to was all the places I wanted to go do when I was young. Mm-hmm. Like nigga, we done drove to Universal like 2 times. We done been in every water slide, roller coaster place.
Right.
In it, like it's just places we want to do. We just did. Like our type of person, I'm cool. We gonna lay back. We gonna have fun. You know what I'm saying? So, but the thing about it is, but once we separate went our own ways, it was like now all of a sudden they don't know nobody. It don't bother me. It ain't hurt me, because at the end of the day, them ain't my kids. But at the end of the day, kids.
It still make me feel.
It's just the fact that I still looked out for y'all on a lot of bases and a lot of levels, and looked out for y'all. And y'all just feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it don't even matter.
They said F you because you said F their mama.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, this is the thing about it. It's funny though, because even though like they see me, they don't say nothing. Like if I call them a couple times, try to get in contact to see what's going on. They am. So I'm cool with that, no problem. But yet and still they stay in contact with my son though. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Like they still rap tight with my son.
So the kids are together. They just don't fool with the parents.
Yeah. So they be communicating with my son. You know what I'm saying?
That's understandable.
But and I'm not tripping about it. You know what I'm saying? Because it don't bother me. At the end of the day, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes if y'all got a good bond, y'all cool with your step kids, that's cool. If you don't, you don't. It just depends on how it went.
We got some comments. I can't see the comments right now, but I know Robert had said something. He was like, it's no benefit in being a stepdad. So my response to that, Robert, if there's no benefits in being a stepdad, you do not need to date a woman who have children. You need to date nothing but single women with their tubes tied, or women who have grown adult children that's live out of town or live in their own place and they could fully financially take care of them own selves. But if you feel like it's no benefit in being a stepdad and you feel like you're not trying to build a relationship or a bond or continue a bond with the child, why even date a woman who have kids? That don't make sense to me. So scroll down. No, it's some more. Go up some more.
There you go.
Where's she at? Hey, Amy. No, keep going back up, Simone.
No, we read that. We did all those.
You already read that?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We did that too.
Okay, so hold on. We didn't read Henry comment. Yeah. Okay, so Henry said, I pay child support. I tried to get both of my boys. The court wouldn't let that happen. That child support didn't stop me from doing for my kids. Hell, I done bought both of them cars and still paying child support on my oldest. She used the money for herself. I believe in karma. And let karma handle it. Don't even worry about it. You did what you were supposed to do by your kids, and you're going to get that money back anyway. It don't even matter. Your kids are going to be thankful for it. So Robert say, hell no, honestly, it's no benefits to being a stepdad. Henry say, no, you don't, them kids ain't done nothing to you. But that woman going to try to stop them kids from seeing you because she ain't shit. Well, when you're dealing with an ain't shit female, you're absolutely right. She going to try to use those kids to her benefit so she can hurt you. It's all about trying to hurt you. You want to read what he said?
Robert, even me as a grown man.
Okay, even me as a grown man, my stepfather helped my mom, but I don't view him as a father figure. He was just a man that helped my mom in my eyes. He probably didn't build no relationship with you, you know, because if he was a real man that cared about that woman and her child, which was you, he would have built a relationship. I don't understand like how a man can live in a house and a boy can be in the house and you ain't doing what you need to do to take care of him and teach him how to be a man. But the man is so quick to say, oh, he a mama's boy. Well, you the stepdad. Why you didn't step in and teach him how to be a man? You know, like people want to judge me as the type of mom I am. Yeah, I spoiled my child. I ain't teach him how to cut grass and wash no damn cars. I'm a woman. I don't cut my own grass or wash my car. But if you a man and you around me and you see I have a son in the house that don't know how to do these things, how about you step up and be like, you know what? You the man in this house. You need to be cutting the grass. So why don't you teach him how to cut the grass instead of judging the mom on not teaching him how to cut the grass or how to be a man? Y'all so quick to say, oh, women don't know how to raise a man. I know how to raise them, how not to be. You know what I'm saying? I can't teach them how to change a flat because I ain't change. Well, actually, I lie. I know how to change a flat, but do I want to? No. But I've never cut my grass because I pay somebody to cut the grass. But if I bought a lawnmower, I feel like if I got a man, it's my man's job to teach my son how to cut the grass. Because if I'm in a relationship, that independent woman is out the window. As an independent woman, if I ain't got no man, yeah, I can cut the grass or pay somebody to cut the grass or teach my son. But if you there, that's your job. It's a lot of stepdads and fathers' fault that you got a whole bunch of these little boys out here that don't know how to be men because y'all sitting back waiting on the mama to teach them everything. No, the mama ain't gonna teach you everything. I could teach you the things that I know how to do. I could teach you how to cook. I could try to teach you how to wash dishes, do your laundry, clean up, pay your bills, go to work every day. You're gonna see me get my hustle on. But when it comes to little things that men do for chores, like taking out the trash and changing the tire or changing the oil on your car, like all the little handyman stuff, even if it ain't your stepchild, if you are friends with a woman and she got a son and the father is not around, that's your job to come and teach him how to be a man. What they say, it take a village to raise a child. You the village. You the man that's supposed to be looking at your sister and see like, well, damn, my sister is a single mom and she over there trying to raise that boy by herself. She ain't got to do it by herself because she got a brother. If the daddy is locked up, the daddy is on drugs, the daddy is a deadbeat, the daddy is just a gigolo, whatever. If that daddy not in the picture and that's your people, you have a responsibility to go teach that child how to be a man, especially if you think a woman can't do it.
Regardless if he turned out to be a man or not, you got to show him responsibilities of what he need to do. Like even with my kid, I wish regardless what the situation, I used to tell them, look, in this household, you boys cut the grass, take the trash out. You girls wash the dishes, and all y'all clean the room up and your bathroom after each other. Period. I don't want to come in here. If I'm not here, I don't want to come see. I better not see now one girl, your mom or nobody pulling no trash out. It's gonna be a problem. And matter of fact, so since everybody behind my, oh, I took you last time, I'm giving each one of y'all days.
You need to do weeks. So this week, both of them days is yours. Yeah, you ain't gonna forget a week. You might forget a day.
Yeah, I make them. So this the day you do this here, and this day, and then when the grass get cut, one of y'all cut the front, one of you cut the back. I don't care who cut which one, but one of you cut each and other. So who gonna get the front yard? Who gonna get the back?
I need them to come.
Then I take care of the landscape, but I'll edge it up. But y'all gonna cut this lawnmower, and then if I cut some trees down, get out here, cut these branches up, and that's what it was.
Yeah, you gotta teach them some
you have to show them. At the end of the day, we gotta show them something. We quick to show them. We quick to show them let's how to fight a boxer, to show them don't bar none or talking about how you gonna pop, all that. So we taking them away from what they is. So at the end of the day, they gonna track what they are.
Yeah.
They gonna be lazy, they gonna get a lazy, sorry woman. You know what I'm saying? They gonna be trash, they gonna get a trashy woman.
Hold on. He say, so you think it's the job of a random man to help raise fatherless children? When did I say a random man?
No random man?
I say if you have a sister or if you're dating a woman. So when I say you need to be single or date women who don't have children, I'm not saying just go find some woman who got kids and go raise them. I'm saying as a man or as a human, if you see somebody that need help, especially like if it's your people, what is it gonna hurt you to teach somebody something?
Teach nephew. If she got a son, you tell your nephew, man, you need to cut that mama grass. Now, if he underage, you go over there, you help, or you say, I send somebody over to do it. Yeah. It's like if your mama by herself, you ain't gonna go over there and cut the grass for your mama, make sure she good. So just vice versa.
Yeah, so I'm not saying like just go
meet a woman now, because I mean
unless you want to be like, what do they call them people, them little boys and girls club or sponsors. If you want to be one of those, then you can do that. But that's not what I was saying. What I was saying is if you're dating a woman and she has a son, don't just be over there, get your hand in the cookie jar trying to get the woman cookies, and you see that she got a little boy there that's lacking some masculine ways. So a lot of times, a lot of boys are having feminine ways and being emotional because they're being raised by an emotional woman. Yeah. But if you in that woman life and you love her or you care about her, how you gonna sit back and just not try to teach her son something? That's just like a woman. If you're dating a man and he got his daughter around, how you just gonna let that little girl walk around nappy headed? Mm-hmm. He don't know how to do no hair. You have a responsibility as a step parent or as the person that's dating someone with children. They're a package deal. When you get that mama, when you get that daddy, you get all them kids. It's just how it is. And if you're not willing to be responsible or to help them teach their children something, you don't need to be with them.
And just feel like this here, man. If you did your part, regardless of the workout, you did your part as a man or as a woman, just know that. So whatever, just hopefully maybe what you inbred into them, it sticks with them. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Regardless if they hear you or choose not to hear you, just know that you did your part. Mm-hmm. and it ain't your words.
Because they're going to be who they want to be regardless of what you teach them.
You can teach your own kids, and at the end of the day,
they're going to do what
they want to do anyway. Because society and everything go on, they're going to still do what they want to
do.
It
ain't even society, it's just them. Like my son, I keep a clean house, and his room don't even look like we come from the same family. But he's been taught right from wrong. But they gonna do what they want to do, but you can never say nobody taught you this. Somebody had something.
He was saying that. He was just saying like what we saying. He said he took my son and daughter, cut the grass, yard, take out the trash and the cellar. He said that
he teach them both.
It feels important to both of them, and which that's
cool. You are supposed to teach them both.
You teach your daughter at the same time she can be independent. So when a man come there, she cutting that grass, and he want to come in a picture, nigga. If I get out there cutting grass, you here, you want to be in my household, and then you need to get out there and cut my grass.
Exactly. Or she might just be living by herself and not dating nobody. She need to know how to be able to do those things. Now, I agree. Now, when I ain't got no man and my son at home, I can get out there and take out the trash.
Yeah.
But when you stand in the house, you're gonna take out the trash.
Yeah.
So girls, if their dad is in the picture, I think that the girl should be taught by her dad how to change a flat, because what if she out there on her own leaving the club and she have a flat and don't have AAA? If you taught her how to change a flat, she ain't got to depend on a woman. So it ain't just women teaching their daughters to be independent. Men could teach them how to be independent.
I don't want her, if it's dark, leave the club near a flat. I want her to pull
she might be leaving school and get a flat. I don't know.
In the daytime, but if it's late at night, you need to have that thing, and then you call a tow truck. Make sure you got a tow truck, and you just sit there in the car with that nice toaster on. You keep that toaster with you. So somebody come say, "I'm good, going on," and they keep, "Hey, I said going on, I'm good." Going on.
Well, you know what I mean. Yeah. Like it's okay to teach your daughters how to do everything. It's not.
But he say, what do you say?
When I took my boys somewhere, I would ask if their stepbrother wanted to go. His dad and my ex-wife wouldn't let him go. The little boy would sit there and cry because he wanted to go. I bought my kids some shoes, and I bought their stepbrother a pair, and my ex-wife got mad. As a man, we need to help our young men out and show them how to be a man.
I'm gonna tell you why. She got mad. I'm gonna tell you why she got mad. For one, that dude,
because the other dude ain't shit. They don't do nothing for her other kids.
So the dude didn't want to go because he don't want to feel like less than a man, that another man taking my son somewhere, and then he come back and he feel like damn, I can't even do nothing for my own child, and he doing this, so he get mad. Why you bringing him shoe? Well, what you flexed up about?
Because at the
You
end of the
ain't
day,
buying
those
them.
kids gonna feel that little boy. He gonna feel some kind of way, like, oh, they got shoes and I didn't get nothing.
Yeah, they
And
can't do nothing.
You got to think about how those kids feel. So I commend you so much on doing that, because I think I don't know where I heard this at, but okay, I do know where I heard it, but I'm not gonna say no names. I was talking to somebody and he was telling me that he used to buy his daughter stuff because he had been in her life for a while, because he had done some time. So when he got out of jail, he just wanted to spoil his baby because he hadn't seen her in so many years. But the daughter had other siblings by the man that, well, I don't even know if the other siblings was the dude in the lady life, but the mom got mad and was like, you can't buy her nothing else, because when she comes home, she's bragging to her siblings like, this is what my daddy bought me. My daddy got me this. Why in the world would that bother the mom that her daughter came home with some stuff? She was mad because the other kids was getting jealous, but what she didn't take into consideration, look at all them years this daughter her daddy been locked up, and she got to sit here and watch them be with their daddy or see them get stuff from their dad. But now her daddy out of jail and he want to shower her with gifts because he haven't seen her in so many years. You're taking that from your daughter and not allowing her.
She's a bitter ass mama.
Yeah, you're not allowing her dad to shower her with gifts. And he done missed out on so much of her life because you mad that the other kids gonna get jealous. Now, if he had bought her and the other kids something, that would have been great. But guess what? He is not obligated to do that. And that's why I say for Henry, I commend you, because you was the bigger person and you looked out for the child. You wasn't just thinking about the mom and the stepdad. I would be hurt if, like, let's say me and Mitch, we wasn't twins and we had like different parents, different daddies or whatever, and his daddy coming to get him all the time. And I'm just sitting out looking out the window like, why my daddy don't never come and get me? He see me looking sad. Like, as a human being, that should hurt your feelings, knowing that I'm sitting at home all sad while my twin can go, my brother or whatever can go. You know what I'm saying? Like, be a bigger person. Yeah, just those kids don't deserve that.
So Robert said, you have a child or children with your baby mama, baby daddy. Y'all don't work out, they move on, and have a child with a new dude. Now your kids and siblings, do you build a relationship with your kids?
Siblings, yes, I do, and that's me. My baby daddy,
do with you.
My ex-husband, which is my son's dad, he has a few kids, and me and him broke up when my son was 5 years old, I want to say, and he went on and had some more kids. I moved out of state and I came back to Texas, and when I came back to Texas, I knew of the other kids, and those kids were my child's siblings. To this day, I am still friends with some of his baby mamas, you know what I'm saying? And I always felt like it doesn't matter if me and my ex-husband didn't work out, but he have kids and my son should know who his siblings are. I grew up and I didn't grow up with my siblings around me. So the bond between my brothers is not as tight as the bond between me and Mitch, because we grew up in the same household. So I always gave my son's dad and his other children the opportunity to come to our house, or if my son wanted to see them, or I invited them to parties. Like one of them, he used to be at my house all the time because he just loved me so much, because I'm the bomb stepmom, you know what I'm saying? But yes, I do build relationships. I don't have to have a relationship with my ex-husband, but his kids are my child's siblings. And I feel like those that need to be his friends. Those need to have a relationship together. I don't care about all the people in the street. When you got your own sisters and brothers, that's who you need to be close and tight with. Yeah. So that's what, yes, to answer that question, yes, I allow my child to build a relationship with his other siblings, just like I build a relationship with those siblings. And then I even get to know the baby mama, because if my child want to come over and spend a night at their sister or brother house, I need to know who you are and how you are. And I want you to feel comfortable with me, so that when your kids want to spend a night, you know that I'm not going to do nothing to hurt your child. Yeah. They're going to be happy, and you're going to know that they like me because they're going to keep asking to come back to my house.
Well, I know. I done did it with my daughter's little sisters and brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm cool with the dude and everything. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is, they like, can they come? Like, so the daughter, their sister used to call me, like, his daddy was cool. Her daddy was cool though. We cool still to this day. Like, it wasn't no beef or got a plex. Because at the end of the day, when he was with their mama, with my kids' mama, shit, he looked out for my kids too. You know what I'm saying? So she'll call me.
That's adulting.
Yeah, so she'll call and be like, hey, can I come spend the night? I'm like, I ain't got no problem with that. He'll bring and drop them off. You know what I'm saying? And we'll chop it up. Then he gone by the business. Like it wasn't ever no building. Even with they little brother. You know what I'm saying? It was the same way when he was little. She wasn't around and he stayed over at the house. They ate, they fed and everything. I mean, now he bigger, but at the end of the day, they bigger. I mean, I don't really like if they see me, they speak to him, but I don't see. But my son, because they all my son and his sisters, and then they other sister, they all cool with each other. So they hang out. So there's nothing wrong with that because at the end of the day, they ain't got nothing to do with you. They ain't asking you. At the end of the day, them ain't my kids. So I ain't got to deal with the headaches. But at the end of the day, I'm not gonna tell my kids not to hang with their siblings. If they want to come over, they can come.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. I'm not gonna neglect them.
Siblings need to know who they are for it's something as simple as what if they're around the same age and they go to school and they start dating. If you don't let your child know who their siblings are, you're gonna be having some little special needs kids because what if they get together and link up? You hear stories like that all the time. Yeah. So kids do need to know who their siblings are and build a relationship with them and be friends.
Wrap it up.
All right. So before we go, do you guys have any questions or anything that you would like us to address on this live before we go?
Yes, I think we pretty much went through it all. But yeah, man, and I'm just summing up everything. But in life we live in today world, man, it's a lot of, I don't know, I guess just me coming up from where I was, we ain't have all this other stuff. I think social media is a big influence on a lot of stuff, man. Because people, it's like whatever we see everybody doing is a trend. Like I sit back and watch stuff sometimes what people be doing. I be like, what is in their mind? What do they think when they go jumping out doing it? Like what did you really think when you went in the store? To start yelling or that? There's like a bunch. I just don't.
You talking about like the TikTok pranks and stuff they be doing?
Yeah, like it just throw it off to me, and then
I can't see that far.
So then not just that. It's just the fact that I look at it still on a lot of bases. So, but with everything we went over today, I think if you got kids, keep a bond with your kids. If they got semblance, let the kids be semblance with it. Ain't got nothing to do with you. If you're a woman, you can't deal with that man with the problem with disrespectful kids. Cut your ties. Don't matter. You got to kill a love. Love ain't got nothing to do with it. You got to love yourself more and respect. Respect to go a long way. And if they ain't gonna respect that, they can't cut the ties. Kill it all. We ain't gonna even worry about it. So with that being said,
all right. So that's Miles' closing. Thank you guys for joining Cocktails and Conversations. Like I said, if you have a topic that you would like for us to discuss, that you want to see how we would handle the situation, if we've been through the situation, let us know. You don't just have to talk about relationships. We could talk about any and everything. We're open and we just want you to join us. We're going to be here every Wednesday around 8-ish. And this is Cocktails and Conversations where you lay it all on the line.
Who did that?
Who did what?
Got here 8-ish.
Hey, I told y'all I'm a work in progress.
Me too.
All right. Thank you guys. See you next time. Lay it all